Hurricane watches and warnings have been posted all along Florida and the Bahamas, as you can see, including the Keys, which are under hurricane warnings this morning. As we continue to track Tropical Storm Eta, soon to be once again Hurricane Eta. Not only that, my friend, but earlier today, almost 20,000 people have reported feeling a 4.0 earthquake in Massachusetts. Check that out. Welcome back, my friends. November 8th, 2020, 10:57 a.m., and you are looking at Tropical Storm Eta, which we can see now just exiting that northern coast of Cuba today at 65-mile-an-hour sustained winds, 993 millibars in pressure. So we did keep some of that strength even with the contact with Cuba. We are now over open water again, moving 14 miles an hour to the north. As we check out Eta this morning, we could see a little bit of peel off from some shear wind, but do not be fooled by this. This storm will hook indeed to the west, as represented here on this timeline chart and also on the spaghetti plots themselves. We could see that drastic turn to the west and then another hook to the east and possibly another hook to the west and then east again. So we basically have a zigzag ping-pong hurricane going on in the Gulf if this thing does make it through the landfall on the Keys, which I am pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure we can go ahead and say the Keys are not known for stopping hurricanes, and that is also represented on this time chart. You could see the H symbol right there, which means that this storm is projected to once again become a hurricane. And what we also need to know is that this can happen at any moment. Just because the timeline says it will not become a hurricane after interacting with the Keys, that does not mean that that's exactly what will happen. I actually see this becoming a hurricane a lot sooner than projected. And that isn't even the biggest issue that we're going to be dealing with. We may see a double or even a triple landfall on Florida. Now, bear with me here. So, right now we have Eta as a tropical storm. We may see our first landfall in just a few hours in the Keys of Florida, possibly South Florida. But take a look at what happens later on in its path. I'm going to go ahead and move the dates forward, and we're going to look at what's going on later in the week and take a look at what Eta decides to do to poor Florida. If this stays true, this is going to be a pretty significant storm, and now we need to worry about the strength. So you can see one day of movement brings Eta underneath South Florida and the Keys and then down towards that western coast of Cuba. It could be a little deceiving, but then watch what happens on the 10th. We click for Tuesday. Eta moves back up to the north, significantly strengthens. Now we're going to take a look at Wednesday. Again, this may be a Thursday landfall, and that's not all. Wednesday, we have a very strong hurricane in the Gulf just west of Cape Coral, Florida. Watch what happens on Thursday. We have a possible landfall in between Tampa and Cape Coral, but then watch Friday. This storm backs back out into the Gulf and then begins to hook towards the Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama area through Sunday the 15th and possibly dissipates by the time it's reaching the panhandle of Florida. Now, if this does enter back into the water, we may be dealing with Eta becoming a tropical storm and then a hurricane for a third time. And if that does indeed happen, I think it's safe to say that the Zombicane name has definitely been earned by Eta for this year. All right, my friends, I'm going to get into the Massachusetts earthquake really quick, but take a look at the Tropical Storm Eta model intensity guidance chart. We use this chart to determine whether or not a storm will strengthen over time, and check out some of these plots, putting it at a category 1, a 2, or even a high category 3 within the next 72 hours, which is during that exact time it will be over open water in the Gulf. I will have plenty more info on Eta over the next couple days as it approaches Florida and the Gulf of Mexico. But right now, let's talk about what happened earlier this morning in Massachusetts. If you live in the Northeast, I'm sure you have heard about this. Look how many people felt this earthquake. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page right here. It's at 18,000 right now, and this is just the people that come onto the website to report it, not to mention those that actually did feel it. So let's hit refresh, and we got close to 20,000 once again. So that bulk of people coming onto the website happened a little while ago, but take a look at this, guys. A very rare 4.0 earthquake taking place in Massachusetts. They actually just downgraded it from a 4.0 to a 3.6. The USGS is known for that. It is showing 10 kilometers in depth, which means it was about 5 to 6 miles deep. Very shallow earthquake, so definitely was felt by people, and again, in a very rare spot. We do not see earthquakes in this area, let alone 4.0s that often. As I always say, if you want detailed information on earthquakes and seismic activity, please check out channel Dutch Sense. This man is a genius. He's been doing this for years. I trust him with the information that comes with earthquake studies and the transfer of pressure and things like that. Awesome guy. Definitely check him out. I recommend him highly. All right, my friends, with that said, that is the report for today. I will jump on later on tomorrow if this thing does in fact jump back into that hurricane status. More than likely will happen within the next 24 hours. Until then, my friends, please stay safe. If you have not already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps, and I enjoy putting this content out to you on a daily basis. Shout out to Canada. Everyone stay safe. I will be back in this chaotic world we are currently living in. Please stay safe. Bye-bye, everybody.